So, do you need a Eurograde 2 safe? Perhaps you're looking at this video because your insurance company have said that you have to have a Eurograde 2 safe and you want to know a bit more about it.
Well, I'm David from londonsafes.co.uk and I'm going to tell you what you need to know.
And if you think you might enjoy seeing more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Eurograde 2 safes come in lots of different sizes. This is the smallest one that you can get. This is what we call our London Eurograde 2 mini digital safe. And we do this specifically for clients that have been instructed by their insurance company to get one, but they don't have the room for one of the more commonly available Eurograde 2 safes that are much larger and much heavier than this. We can install this safe pretty much anywhere in your property. Upstairs, downstairs, doesn't really matter. But if you go to the next size up, which will be a huge jump, it would then be requirement of ground floor, almost certainly ground floor, potentially upstairs, but it had to be very wide stairs with no turns and suitable material that we can go up with our electric stair walker. I'll show you a clip of that now while I'm talking. And that's the sort of staircase that we're looking at to be able to take bigger, heavier Eurograde 2 safes up. This one we can just carry up, a couple of guys carry up and install it in your bedroom, install it anywhere that you need it. So how big is it? From the outside, it's 370 millimeters high by 410 millimeters wide by 305 millimeters deep. And when we look at that depth, it's from here to here. But the keypad, as you can see, protrudes a lot further, about 53 millimeters extra on top of the external depth. So if it's going in a very shallow cupboard or something like that, you need to be aware of that. So even though it's small, don't be fooled, this safe still weighs 70 kilograms, so it's still quite heavy. It's operated with this digital keypad that's battery operated. You don't need to worry about external power. The battery lives inside here. You can just turn that, pull this off, and you can change the battery in there. It's very easily done. You can have several users. So to open it, I'm going to be user 0. So I press that button, then that button, and then the factory code, which is 1 through 6. And you hear that little noise, that tells me that it's unlocked, and we can now turn that and open the safe. And as you can see, the door of the safe is huge, it's vast. My hand's quite large. This is a thick door. That handle I was operating, I'll operate it now and show you. That actually, can you see that, moves the bolts in and out. And I'll put them in the lock position now. You can see 2 bolts on the top, 2 on the side, and 2 down the bottom. Into that, this part of the door actually protrudes. And as the door shuts, it folds behind this part. So cutting the hinges off would never get the safe open anyway. So it's effectively locked on all 4 planes of the door. What Eurograde 2 means, this is a tested and certified safe, in this instance by the test house ECBS. That's their website. Inside the safe, I've installed a couple of our extras. So you've got a couple of automatic lights, one here and these carpet bases. I'll show you on the website now. On the product page where you would add those if you wanted to have those if you're ordering the safe. The shelf can be positioned in 2 places. I've got it in the lowest of the 2 at the moment. So the internal dimensions are, the height is 270 millimeters by 300 millimeters wide and a depth of 145 millimeters. So I mean, that's quite a difference between the external depth of 305 and the internal depth of 145. Well, that's the thickness of the door. So as you can imagine, when that door shuts, the door shuts almost onto the shelf here. So your usable portion is really what you see, the red carpeted area. That's the usable depth of the safe. To be able to get to the full width of the safe, you need the door out of the way like that. So you'd need to make sure if it was going in a little niche that it's on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side, so that the door can open out of the way like that. The internal capacity of the safe is 12 litres. And I'm going to guess that some of the people watching the video are going to be keeping expensive watches. So that's a Rolex box in there. And as you can see, you would get a couple in there with the shelf like that. Taking the shelf out, put the box in vertically, and you would get just shy of 4. You'd get 3 boxes like that. But if you keep your boxes elsewhere, then you could always, you could have the watches in rolls or whatever you want to do. You could get more in there. It's normally for watches, these safes, generally speaking. So in terms of fitting, the safe has to be anchored to the fabric of the building in accordance with the manufacturer's specifications, which is frankly a very sort of nebulous description of what needs to happen, because the manufacturer only talk about it being fitted to a slab of concrete of a certain density, which not everyone has. So that doesn't mean it's the fabric of your building if your building isn't concrete, you know. So we have to be adaptable. We install the safes as robustly and as securely as your premises will allow us to. At the base of the safe, this is the fixing hole for bolting to the floor. So if there's a concrete floor, we'd bolt it through there. But it might be that it's a joist or something like that we bolt to, which is equally acceptable. Or it might bolt through the back. If I lift the shelf up, there's another hole there that we can bolt to a brick wall. Both in an ideal world, if you want it to be as strong as possible. If you had a location where there's a concrete floor and a brick wall, then that's great. So with us, the way it works is the price that you see on our website is free delivery, free installation in Zone A. I'll show you now Zone A, the area where you get the free delivery and free installation. As I say, we don't differentiate whether it's upstairs or downstairs like a lot of our competitors. If you're further afield, let's show you Zone B, so you can see Zone B. And there is an additional charge that does vary on the safe, and from time to time there are the need to increase that price. It hasn't changed for a while and what have you. We are the highest rated safe company on Trustpilot, and that's because we only sell safes. I mean, you'll see other companies that might sell safes, but they sell loads of other things like padlocks and very small items where people go, yeah, it's a great padlock, and they leave a review, and that counts for a safe company. Our reviews are all just from people that we've supplied and installed safes for. And, you know, probably only 10% of the people we supply and install safes for are willing to leave a review afterwards for security concerns. So all of our reviews are genuine, 100% genuine. Some of them are astonishing. And I look at them and I think, oh, God, that looks fake. But it's not. It's real. You can also look at our Google reviews and see what people have to say about us. We have strived to achieve an enviable reputation in our industry, which we have achieved, and we're very, very proud of that, and we'd be happy to help you with your safe. So you'll have seen on this video my WhatsApp number has popped up a few times. I'm happy to talk to anyone that has an inquiry about a safe, this one, or just want a really great safe. If you're just looking for a really great safe for home, then have a look at the video that I'm going to link to at the end of this video. You'll see it pop up. Click on that one. Otherwise, get in touch. And as I say, we're londonsafes.co.uk, established 1995. We're based in Hertfordshire, Welham Green, Hertfordshire. We also have an office in central London where we can meet you if you need to have a conversation, or you can come down to the warehouse where I am here now. Just demonstrate those lights to you now. So I've left the door shut for a little while. If I'll turn the light off. The light off now, so I'm just going to open the door, and as you'll see, as I do, on pop the lights, so they're automatic and they're rechargeable, you know, with a USB-C. With the keypad, you'd set your own 6-digit pin, and you can have up to 9 different users if you wanted to. Most people don't do that, but you can do it. And to shut the safe, you shut the door. You do that, which locks the bolts. Remember, we talked about that, and then you just press that button. And you hear a little whirring there, and the safe is now locked. And I'm going to finish this video by cutting to a cartoon now that we had made that explains a bit more about our service. Thanks for watching.
Free delivery and free installation. Your safe will be delivered and professionally installed by one of our own vetted employees who will arrive in an unmarked vehicle. Get in touch online or call us on 0800 711 7892.